You know, everybody's been very worried about something. Let me tell you what everyone's worried about. Everyone's very concerned that Bitcoin is going to have some kind of massive correction following the halving, and that Bitcoin is going to crash and burn and boom and bang, and everything's going to go to hell in a handbasket because the Bitcoin halving is now priced in. But I don't think that's what's going to happen. Hey guys, what's going on? Jeb here, and in today's video, we are going to be discussing why this Bitcoin correction is finally over, and I'm going to be showing you all of the different technical indicators that say just that. If you guys do enjoy today's video, I highly encourage you to go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button down below. You know it helps out the channel when you do that, so I'd be very appreciative if you did. But without much further ado, guys, let's go ahead and dive right on into it. My apologies for us missing an upload yesterday, guys. Something came up in the middle of recording yesterday's video that absolutely needed to be attended to. Some things are more important than business, I'm sure you guys understand, but everything's rectified now, and we're going to be continuing on with the video. Guys, as you will know, Bitcoin has now had its correction down from around $10,000. We were massively overextended. The RSI reached up to 80, and the MACD reached the highest point that it has in nearly a year. The last time we saw daily chart MACD sitting around 500 to 600 was in July of last year. Bitcoin, while still below our February high of around $10,000 to $11,000, is looking remarkably bullish, and this is exactly the pullback we were talking about. I talked about around a $1,000 pullback that might last 2 to 7 days, lasted about 3.5 days, pulled back a little over $1,000, boom, now we're ready. Many people have been questioning whether or not the halving was going to cause some kind of massive crash or massive rally. Guys, I've been hinting at this for many videos, and I actually even straight up said it on a live stream we did pre-halving. I didn't really think the halving was going to have much short-term impact, to be quite honest with you. We did see a 25% 4-week correction last halving, but quite honestly, guys, those happen anyway. It might not have been causality, it might have been more correlative. At the end of the day, what's exciting about the halving is the long-term fundamental development. So with that said, let's get back onto the actual shorter-term analysis, as it's been a couple of days since we've done any. As you guys will know, Bitcoin's RSI pulled back from around 80 all the way down to 52 at the very bottom of the bullish zone in the RSI. As we teach in CT2A, between 50 and 75 on RSI is a bullish trading channel, if you want to call it that. When the RSI is in that zone, it's normally very bullish. If you get too far outside of that, it gets bearish. If you go below 50, it gets bearish. You go above 85 or so, 80, then you're starting to get bearish also. If you're sitting right there in between 50 and 75-ish, you're sitting pretty. One thing I was talking about in yesterday's scrapped video that has now been vindicated is the distance between the histogram bars on the MACD. If you guys will take notice, the distance between these two histogram bars right here was 70 points in between the 10th of May and the 11th of May, whereas the distance between the histogram bars here between the 11th and the 12th was only 30 points. And currently, the distance between the 12th and the 13th histogram bars is only 4 points. Guys, there are different ways that you can read things like moving averages, histogram bars, MACD, RSI, Heikin-Ashi, all of these different things. You can look at the trend within the trend. The trend right now on MACD is that these are red histogram bars. It means that we are still diverging bearish, but pay attention to the difference between the differences. What do they look like? It looks like they're getting smaller. Instead of 70 difference on the histogram bars, then we went to 30. Then we went to 4. Where does that trend lead us? It leads us back up to positive differences tomorrow. What does that mean? That means a green histogram bar tomorrow, meaning the convergence of the histogram and the convergence of the moving average convergence divergence indicator is going to be starting tomorrow more than likely, unless anything significant changes. You might need to watch that twice. That's a little bit hard to explain, but I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. That's a very mathematical way of saying that our bottom is rounding here, and it looks like it's about to reverse. There's the plain English version of what I just said. Moving on, however, let's do a bit of candlestick analysis. You can see we actually have a bullish engulfing candlestick down here at the base of this pullback that lasted around 4 days. As you guys in CT2A will know, because we talk about these different candlestick formations, that is very bullish. When it shows up at the bottom of a trend, it generally means that you're going to have at least 3 days of bullishness, 3 candlesticks of bullishness rather, and that is what we've seen. Furthermore, as you can see, our TD sequential that really does not like being ignored did go ahead and get vindicated as we expected it would, and now Bitcoin is on the up and up again. Something important to note as well is that Bitcoin, despite having a big correction, did get support on the 20 daily EMA. As you can see, we've been roughly getting support on the zone of support around the 20 daily EMA for the last month and a half. Want that to continue. When you're above the 20D EMA, you're in bull market territory, you are in rally territory. Bitcoin staying above that is a very good sign. Furthermore, if you look at the base of this candlestick right here, we're talking the 10th of May, 2020, a little bit before the halving. Where was this bottom? Boom. Exactly on the 200 daily simple moving average. It was like $40 off. It was so close to perfect. Tell me you haven't forgotten the importance of the 200 daily moving average. Please tell me that, because it's very important. As you guys can see, when Bitcoin is above the 200D SMA, we are in bull market. We tried to get above it here, but we couldn't sustain it. We were sitting up at $8,900, $9,000 on the 200D SMA. The floor of support was too high, and Bitcoin just simply couldn't sustain it. Now it's sitting $1,000 less at $8,000. We're sitting at a similar price level, but we're much more bullish than we were back here. We've had a halving event, and there are all kinds of fundamental developments going on in the back end of Bitcoin that are extremely bullish. The floor of support on Bitcoin has gone down significantly, allowing it to more confidently hold that support while being more bullish than we have been in the last several months. This right here is bull market in the making, guys. And on top of all of that, do not for a second forget where the 50 moving average is. It's right here. If you'll go back about 5 videos or so, I was talking about how the 50 moving average was going to asymptotically move up towards the 200 daily SMA, and we were probably going to have some kind of move to the upside, and it was going to drag the 50 above it. Something like this is what's going to play out with the 50 moving average and the 200 moving average relatively soon. That golden cross is almost confirmed. We've had the 2 precursors, the 2 other crosses that we've talked about already take place. We're just waiting for the golden cross to kick things off now. Guys, I can keep doing technical analysis. I can keep throwing indicators at you. I want to save some for tomorrow's video because we have even more to discuss. But the point of this video is not to FOMO. The point of this video is not to say, oh, Bitcoin is going to the moon. The point of this video is to make sure you guys understand something, and that is even though the halving has taken place, even though, yes, it is priced in now, even though, yes, it has made changes to the mining difficulty and the fee structure of Bitcoin and the block reward, even though many things have happened on the back end that you might not say are bullish on the short term, I think they are, but even though you might disagree, Bitcoin is looking healthy. It's looking fine. We had a massive correction back in March, and that shook out all the weak hands. Everybody who was going to leave, guess what? They left. They're gone. And they missed out because there were a lot of us that bought down at $4,000 and sitting pretty now. I could not be happier with the spot that Bitcoin is in right now. And in fact, I'm about to go buy a ton more even at these levels because I want to load up my bags for if we continue to move to the upside. So guys, to wrap the video out here, I just want to talk about one thing, and that's something I call the survival phase. You know, we've been doing YouTube for, let me check something real quick. We have been uploading to YouTube here for 909 days. There's just under 800 videos on this channel. We haven't missed very many videos, but guys, I will tell you something. It hasn't been an easy journey. The studio that we have right now, the lights, the camera, the action, all of the things that we have, the intro, the effects, and everything, and the company that we built, Taylor helping with the videos, all of the things that we built, I am very excited about, but it didn't happen overnight. And believe me, there's a reason I'm saying all this that is going to tie back into Bitcoin. Just allow me to lay the foundation first. All of those things didn't happen very quickly. All of those things took a very long time, actually. I've talked about on the channel here before about how for the first 8 months that this channel was active, didn't make a penny. Not one. You're supposed to get monetized on YouTube after you pass 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours. We had 25,000 watch hours and 8,500 subscribers when we finally got monetized on June 20th, 2018. That was when we got monetized. For 8 months there, we were not monetized. Missed out on thousands of dollars of ad revenue, and me, being 17, could have really used a couple $1,000s in ad revenue. But the thing is, guys, there's 2 points I have to make relating to what I just said. Number one, most importantly, and I want to say this and get it out of the way first because I think it's so obvious, but it does need to be said. If you're going to do something great with your life, it can't be about money. It can't. It never was. I didn't start this YouTube channel for the sake of making money. I started this YouTube channel for the sake of building something that we could be proud of and for the sake of me being able to provide value to people that are on the other side of this camera. It was never about the money. If it was about the money, then there were things I could have done that would have made money a lot quicker than with 8 months of startup time. But number two, the next thing to take into account with all of that is the fact that whatever you want out of life, if it's a dream, if you consider it a dream, not just a goal, if you consider it a goal, then that means that you think it's possible. If you consider it a dream, that means that there's doubt in your mind as to whether or not it's possible. When I was in 3rd grade, I had a dream of going out on the beach and I was going to dig down. I was going to have like this underground bunker. I was going to have like some sandstone steps going down to it. It was going to have like a slide with ocean water. It was going to be great, guys. It was going to be awesome. That, in my 3rd grade mind, that was a dream. Why was it a dream? It was a dream because I was like, there's no way I'm ever going to have that, but it's fun to dream, right? A goal is saying we're going to hit this sales figure by next quarter. A goal is saying we're going to hire this many employees by next quarter. A goal is saying we're going to make this much profit trading Bitcoin in the next 4 weeks. Those are goals. Dreams, goals. Dreams, goals. You see the difference? The difference isn't in the terminology. The difference is in the belief. What I'm encouraging you guys to do is to believe in the process. Because if people have done what you're trying to do before, and you know it's possible because you've seen other people that are just like you do the exact same thing, there's no other logical thing to do than to believe in your ability to do the same. A subscriber of mine who will go unnamed, he's probably watching this video, so hi, you know who you are, messaged me, and he was talking about the difficulties he's had in cryptocurrency, the difficulties he's had in life, and the expenses that are coming up in the real world. And my response to him, I didn't address any of those things. This is what I said. I said, ask yourself the following question every morning. If people in worse situations work and wind up with better lives than me, why can't I do the same? I told him to ask himself that every morning. This is a 50-year-old man. He's over twice my age. I don't think that I'm the wisest person on planet Earth, but I do think I can help, so I offer advice because I think that's what people want. That's why people look to me. I said, follow that question down every logical path it takes you, and no matter where you end up, you'll find there is no reason you can't too. Faith in cryptocurrency is not necessary, but faith in yourself, however, is. Where am I going with all of this? There's a lot of people that have gotten into cryptocurrency lately. There's a lot of new subscribers to this channel lately. By the way, thank you. We're welcoming you. Thank you so much for joining the channel. I'm excited to see all of your new faces and all of the new names down in the comment section. It's really funny because every time we get new subscribers, they're like, what, you're 19? What in the world? Yeah, I love reading those comments. That is so flattering. It's so humbling. I almost said humiliating. It's so humbling. But the reason that I'm saying all of this is because there's a level of faith that comes with trading cryptocurrency. There was a time in the market where I didn't know how to read charts. There was a time in the market where I didn't know what TradingView was, where I was like, where are you charting? Are you charting on Binance? Are you charting on... Actually, it wasn't Binance, because Binance didn't exist yet. Are you charting on Bittrex? Are you charting on the general view over on TradingView? I didn't even know where people were charting, let alone how to get moving averages up and levels of support and resistance, the basic stuff. You think Neil deGrasse Tyson knew how to do astrophysics when he was in a crib? Do you think Albert Einstein was solving general relativity when he was in, like, kindergarten? No. There's a process. Have faith in the process. If you want to trade cryptocurrencies, by the way, this is not leading into a sales pitch. I'm not even talking about the Academy today. I'm just trying to help you guys because I know you guys like it when I talk about this stuff. If you want to learn cryptocurrency, you can do it because people have done it before you. Stupid people, smart people, people that are quadriplegics have done it. You've had people from every country on the planet do it. You've had people from every single economic background do it. Every kind of person on this planet. Don't think for a second that, oh, the insecurity that you have is oh so special. Oh, because I'm stupid, I can't do it. I have a friend that would never stop talking about how, oh, he's so dumb and he just can't do it because he's dumb. Stop. Look, I'm not saying that if you're 4'11", you're going to make it in the NBA and go swish Jordan. I'm not saying that if you're a quadriplegic, you're going to make it against Michael Phelps in a fair fight. Fair. What I am saying is that when it comes to the mentality, when it comes to the emotion, when it comes to the logic, when it comes to the work on this side, not on this side, but on this side, when it comes to this, you can do it. Have faith in the process. People just like you who are in worse situations than you have done it before. You don't have to have faith in cryptocurrency. Maybe crypto isn't where you're meant to make your money. I don't know. Maybe it's not the best route for you. I'm not here to say that crypto is the best thing for everyone. I think it's the best for me right now at this point in my life. If you don't think crypto's it, then don't spend your time in crypto. But I will tell you this. There's a very smart man named Sam Ovens on YouTube. You should watch him. He's a CEO of a consulting agency that does $20 million a year in revenue. I don't really remember a whole lot of what he said because of the way he structures his videos. I just don't remember much of what he says, but I do remember one thing that he said, and it always stuck with me, and I've said it here on the channel before. One time he said, the grass isn't greener on the other side. The grass is greener where you water it. I didn't hear that advice until much longer after this YouTube channel was created, but if I hadn't have been subconsciously following it anyway and sticking with the same thing for a year, 2 years on end and seeing how it played out and just kept jumping from this to this to this to this to this to this to this, boom, 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 you're not going to get anywhere. You put 2 weeks into 5 different things, you're not going to master any of them. If you have decided that you want to be a cryptocurrency trader, a cryptocurrency investor or analyst, do it. It's possible. The only thing holding you back is you and your work ethic. That's literally it. I'm putting all of the blame on you. If you cannot succeed in cryptocurrency, it is your fault. Take responsibility for your own actions. I don't care if you have bad internet. I don't care if you come from no money. I don't care if you live in the third world. I don't care. I don't. I mean, I care. Don't get me wrong. That's not what I mean. I'm saying don't let that hold you back. That's an excuse. It's all excuses. Anyone can do it. If you have a stable internet connection and literally any money to invest, you can do it. Do it. It might be because I was always taught this anyway that I love this book, Extreme Ownership by Jocko Willink. You should read this book. Fantastic book. If you don't feel like reading the entire book, I have. Fantastic book. I would encourage you, go watch Jocko Willink on his TED Talk talking about extreme ownership. It's easy to take ownership of you not working hard. It's easy to take ownership of you not putting in the time or you not putting in the effort or you not putting in the money. It's easy to take ownership of saying, oh, I shouldn't have slighted you. Oh, I insulted you. That's easy. Let me tell you what's hard. When somebody died and it was your fault, go watch the TED Talk. Doesn't matter. I don't care. Stop making excuses. You can do it. Guys, with that said, I'm going to go drink some more coffee and get back to work. Probably pretty hard to take someone seriously who's drinking Black Rifle Coffee Company out of a snowflake mug. But, you know, the irony is just too funny. I can't. I'm sorry. No, I take that back. I'm not sorry. It is very funny. It's very funny. Guys, if you did enjoy today's video and you want to see more like this, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button down below. And tell me what you think about these kind of extended bits here at the end of the video. I do these every once in a while, but I've been doing them more because you guys seem to love them so much. Let me know what you think. I know some of you are going to say, no, Jeb, shut up and do the charts. I get that. There's a reason I try and cram as much technical analysis in the first 10 minutes of the video as possible so that we have time to do this kind of stuff because I know some of you guys like it also. This, by the way, is what the new YouTube channel will be for when that launches. A lot of work going on behind the scenes with that. But as always, guys, I do just first want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.